Hi everyone, this is Jeannie Byerly. Would normally be attending the meeting, however I was unable to attend today. So I wanted to make sure though that I was able to give you an overview of the Building Your Educator Workforce Best Practices for Teacher Recruitment, Selection, and Induction, the module that we've been working on with PESB for almost 2 years now. And I'm really excited to share this with you today. So just to provide a little bit of background, in 2016, OSPI and PESB teamed up to develop a responsive needs-based training module for addressing equitable access and the teacher shortage in Washington State. This is all part of the plan that came out of Washington State's Ensuring Equitable Access to Excellent Educator States Equity Plan. It was a federal requirement under Title II, Part A, to ensure that our state's poor and minority children are not taught at higher rates than other children by inexperienced, ineffective, or out-of-field teachers. With this in mind, the general objective was to create and deliver a responsive, needs-based, comprehensive technical assistance module to be used by school districts to improve teacher recruitment, selection, and induction practices. The module must address equity and increasing diversity in the educator workforce for Washington State, so our teaching workforce would be representative of our student populations. In 2018, the Regional Educational Laboratory, REL, conducted a review of literature for this need specifically for increasing the diversity in the educator workforce. And then in February 2019 of this year, the online module was released. The module is designed for a broad and inclusive audience. Whether it be a small, medium, or large school district, the resources will prove to be helpful. So who should access the materials? Essentially, anyone in your district who takes part in the recruitment, hiring, and induction of your educator workforce may find this to be helpful. So it could include business managers, administrators at the building or district level, if they have anything to do with hiring in their buildings, HR professionals, etc. It's going to look different in each district depending on who's involved with the recruitment, selection, and induction of your teaching staff. So we realize there are challenges presented by small school districts, and actually more than half of Washington school districts are considered small. So with this in mind, it was important that the resources we provided include off-the-shelf resources and strategies in recruitment, selection, and induction, so that those districts that have limited capacity for training off-site and actually limited capacity in just staffing would have these resources available at their fingertips to use right away. Some key features to look for as we go into the module, and actually I'm not going to go live into the module. I'll save that experience for you to have on your own. I will show you a few key features and what it will look like as you move through the module yourself. There are specific instances throughout the resource materials that are designed to increase educator diversity, and I hope this is real apparent as you move through the resources. There's also current examples of best practices from districts around the state that are being utilized right now. So when you go into the module, first, how do you get there? You can access the materials on the Title II Part A website, on the OSPI website. Everything is housed in Learning Space in Canvas. From the Title II Part A website, you'll see a little box that says What's New? Building Your Educator Workforce, Best Practices for Teacher Recruitment, Selection, and Induction. You can click right there. It'll take you right into the Canvas catalog. If you already have a Canvas account, you can just sign in and add this course. Or if you don't already have a Canvas login, you can create that there at learningspace.catalog. Add this course and then jump right in. Here's the landing page for the module. We were real happy with the way this turned out, but that's what you'll see when you sign up to take this course. I wanted to include this slide, which is actually part of the slideshow in the introduction to the module once you get into the course. Staff members who utilize these materials may have questions, why is there such a heavy focus on diversity? And this really does answer some of the questions that may come up. For students of color, having a teacher of the same race or ethnicity may increase test scores and reduce the likelihood of disciplinary issues. In the same vein, bilingual and bicultural teachers may have a greater ability to engage culturally and linguistically diverse students and to teach in bilingual settings. And for white students, or for all students, diverse learning communities provide exposure to multiple perspectives and can improve the ability to solve problems, think critically, and develop creativity. Once you're in the module, you have the choice of either jumping straight to all of the resources or you can do a self-assessment. This is an example of one of the self-assessments, and this one is for the recruitment practice. So basically, each assessment has 6 or 7 questions. You just fill out if this is you rarely, sometimes, or usually, and then you can click on See Your Results. Following an assessment, you'll be given resources that fit your needs. So based on your answers, the module will select 3 or 4 of the resources that are most pertinent for you. So a great starting place for you to take off. If you want to bypass the assessment, you can go straight to the list of resources. This is a complete list of the recruitment resources. You could go right into the Word document or download as a PDF. For each resource provided, the document will begin with why this resource. Next, you'll see a simple explanation of what the resource is. Many resources include examples of best practice documents or materials that are currently being used around the state. I've chosen to feature the resource on selection, implementing a structured interview protocol. In this example, you're provided information about what to include in a structured interview protocol. Examples of behavioral-based interview questions, which provide an opportunity to reveal a candidate's approach to and experience with skills and competencies they need for the role, and a scoring rubric with clear definitions. This resource also provides a blank template for a structured interview protocol. Then you're provided with an example of a rating scale for the protocol. The rating scale is very comprehensive. It includes content area knowledge, instructional skill, classroom management, examples of past success, interpersonal and communication skills, attitudes and values, connection to diverse communities. And you'll see that the rating scale, it's already set up like a rubric. So you could literally download this as a PDF and use it right off the shelf. Feedback is important to us so that we can keep the module updated and relevant. If you're doing something that works well in your district, we want to know about it. Our intention is to update the examples and resources periodically so they remain a valuable resource for you and for everyone utilizing the materials. And that's it. That's the overview of the module. Again, I want to apologize that I couldn't be there with you today to answer any questions in person. I do hope you take the time to just jump right into the module and experience it for yourself. I hope you like it, and of course, don't forget to provide the feedback. I look forward to seeing you at the next meeting. Thanks, everyone.